Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of the Newcastle Chroma here in season 1, in which we're going to start the episode off by taking on Arsenal, who are, despite being 9th in the league, are a pretty good team, as you can tell. They have Urian Timber at centre back, obviously they brought in Kimpembe as well, and they're playing Fabian Ferreira out on the right wing as well. Interesting midfield there with Jorginho, Partey and Mukhtar, with Gabriel Jesus and Trossard down the left, and Martinelli in the team, Bukayo Saka. So let's get into this one and see why Arsenal are down in 9th. If you're going to enjoy the episode, don't forget to drop a like on the video. So subscribe to the channel and turn notifications to miss any videos. Let's get into this and hopefully pick up a win at the start of the episode. I'm really surprised Arsenal are down in 9th in the league. The team they got signed, obviously they signed personal Kimpembe in the January transfer window. So maybe they're going to get higher up the table, but after post early on here, the level of football Arsenal play in real life, they don't really emulate that in FIFA due to the team's ratings not being that high compared to the likes of Liverpool, Man City, and etc. But that's an incredible finish there from Eden Hazard, returning to the Premier League. Last episode, obviously due to St. Maximin's injury, we brought him back to the Prem to replace him for the 2 months. St. Maximin's and just be an option for us off the bench as an experienced player. And it's an incredible finish there, past Ramsdale. Nothing they can do about that. And Eden Hazard makes it 1-0 here. Turning good work there, Sam Botman. We're like Almiron now. In for Alexander Isak. Top scorer in the Premier League. Can they get another one to make it 2? There we go. Arsenal, you might have Kimpembe in your defence, but he can't save you. Alexander Isak makes it 2-0. A simple through ball as well from Almiron. Isak makes a perfect run for the centre there. Takes one touch, pretty much. Lines it up, runs onto it and finishes it. You'll see here. A through ball, sets it there. One touch there, and then buries it into the back of the net, and it's 2-0 here in the first 12 minutes. Stopping Ferreira on a number of occasions already. Joelinton looking for Willock. Joe Willock now against his former team, can't get the strike away, but forces Joelinton, who hits it. And Ramsdale saw it late, but he made the save. Not sure if we're getting the tutorial things there. Kieran Trippier whipping one in. Addison to Isak, 3-0. And after the celebrations with Isak, we're going to sim the rest of this game because, well, Arsenal clearly are not at our level. I'm really surprised they're down in 9th. We're going to get into the Carabao Cup final against Spurs, which will be an interesting game because everything we've faced Spurs, it's been a hard-fought game and a rather stressful one. But Isak there with a simple header, puts it past Ramsdale, and it's 3-0. And as I mentioned, we are going to sim the rest of this game. We're going to jump to result, and the final result is going to be a 5-1 victory with Eden Hazard grabbing a 5-0 victory, sorry, with Eden Hazard grabbing a second goal and Almiron also getting himself one towards the end of the match. And as I mentioned, our next game is the Carabao Cup final at Wembley Stadium up against Spurs. Obviously, Spurs play in the stadium in real life, I believe. They played in the stadium anyway at one point. I believe they've got their own stadium now. But as you can see, they've not got Harry Kane up front. They've got Richarlison. They've also got Bastoni. That's in the back. Pretty good signing there for them. But Kieran Trippier is captain in the team here, obviously for us. Going to look to grab our first piece of silverware as Newcastle manager here in the Wembley Stadium. And actually, you know what? We're going to put ourselves in a home kit. We deserve the home kit. Spurs, you can play. Actually, can we play them in that kit? No, we can't. This is actually awkward. You know what? We're going to play in. You know what? We'll just go home in away kits. You know what? We'll lift the trophy in that kit. And Eden Hazard gone down a -1, unfortunately there. But as you saw in last episode, it's still going to last game. Sorry, it's still going to perform. Let's get into this one and hopefully lift the Carabao Cup title.
Outrageously skillful.
Kieran Trippier, good work there.
And we're looking at a player who seems to be at the peak of his powers. Heung-min Son. In what way?
Joelinton now, oh, it's great. Bit of work. Alexander Isak 1-0. We're unstoppable. We are unstoppable. And Alexander Isak grabs another goal for himself this season. Makes it 1-0 in the Carabao Cup final. Early on here. A fake shot from Joelinton. I was thinking about unleashing a power strike there, but I saw that it's going to get closed down by the time he hit it. So I did a fake shot and tripped it over the top. As you can see, it worked out. It's a great chip. And Isak with a perfect finish. Can we score a free kick from an unlikely angle? Kieran Trippier's free kick. Saved by Lloris since kept in play. And now I'm not sure where that touch was from Eden Hazard, but we'll win a corner. Another corner here. Trippier. Put this one in. Looking for the header of someone. Oh, we couldn't find him. And like Guimaraes hits it. Blocked by Pedro Porro. And it's out for another corner. It's a great block there by Porro. Trippier now in. We win ahead and then we can't.
Messing around with the clearance.
Joe Willock now. Oh, couldn't get a shot away with Gamarsh in
The
time.
attack fizzles out.
To the puddle.
Fabian.
Højbjerg now. Good work there from Botman though, but I've given the ball away. I was stupid there. Spurs are going to get themselves level here, aren't they? Yes, they are. I don't deserve it, but a mistake by me. To be fair, I didn't aim the pass the way it went. Truth be told, I didn't aim it the way it went. I tried to take accountability for the actions there, but I didn't tell him to pass it that way. I keep forgetting to turn our pass assistance off, because I don't want it on because it messes me up way too much. And Spurs are about leveling the game. They've done nothing in. Oh, that's why it's just a foul time. Charlison has scored as well. Joe Willock. Addison to ease up. Let's make it 2-1. There we go. It's too easy for us. It's too easy. The second Isak's for own goal, he scores. He's one of those strikers. We've had some incredible strikers in the past few careers, I'm not going to lie. They're just strikers who can just bury chances first time. Look at that. First time shot, pass to the Reece. And it's a powerful strike. Nothing he can do about that. And Addison to Isak makes it 2-1 just before half time and puts us back in the lead in the final. Even Son now. Joe Gomez didn't mean to slide there, tried to switch players, but I pressed square by accident. It's out of reflex. And now Spurs, Charlison. I just hate players switching in this game. It's stupid. You literally tell it to switch to the player that's directly next to you, and it switches to the player nowhere near you. They've got 2 shots and 2 goals, by the way. If you wonder why I'm already annoyed, because it's 2 shots, 2 goals to Spurs in this game. Eden Hazard blocks free kick. Kieran Trippier, can you score this? You've been pretty good at free kicks all season long. Can you bury this one though to put us back in the lead here against Spurs in the Carabao Cup final? Kieran Trippier off the crossbar. Oh, what was that shot, Guimaraes? Should have to go. Why have you not shot first time, Isak? Why have you taken a touch there? In the moment we need it. How's that gone through? If they score again here, Pope will save. But they really don't deserve to be in this game whatsoever. We've had 3 shots now and 2 goals. We've had. I don't even want to look how many shots we've had. Bruno, good work there against Human Son. If you lose the ball here, okay, good work. Bruno Guimaraes. Forward here to Almiron. Does he have to pace still to get away? He chipped Larissa. He's put it wide. Anthony Gordon did quite well in the last episode when he came off the bench. Can he get a goal early on here? He's literally just came onto the pitch. Anthony Gordon. Okay. He's an incredible super sub. I think he just came onto the pitch. It's probably been one long clip since I ended these 90 minutes. You would have seen me look at the stats and make a change. And Anthony Gordon literally just came onto the pitch. First involvement, runs down the pitch and puts the ball into the back of the net. And we're back in the lead here. A well-deserved lead, more than well-deserved lead. The fastest defender, but he isn't slow. That's surely offside. Yeah, I was going to say, if that isn't offside, then Tottenham are paying the rest. Jeremy Doku now. Can you find a finish? Yes, he can. The Spurs defence just split open. I'm not sure what happened there, but Addison to Isak got himself a hat-trick. Assisted by Doku, both superstars making a difference. Gordon scoring a goal and Doku grabbing an assist. And Addison to Isak makes it 4-2 here. The goal only needed just to give us a little bit of a cushion in this game. Hopefully that should be the end of the game now. See Doku, Isak's just wide open. I'm not sure what the defence is doing. Not sure where everyone went in terms of the Spurs defence. So the Reece came out, couldn't get there in time. And then it went out back in the lead here with a 2-goal cushion. Gordon wins it back as well. And we've got another one. Anthony Gordon to make it a 3-goal cushion here. He has done. Spurs are capitulated. And you know where it is? We want this more. We deserve it more. These players want this title. It might only be the Carabao Cup. But for us, it's, you know, it's a trophy. It's a sign that we're ready to compete for the titles. And we are competing for the Premier League title right now in the league, which I didn't expect in season 1, but we are doing. And Anthony Gordon with a great finish here across his second goal of the game. In 15 minutes, he's got 2 goals. Going Tony. It's Pedro Porro. He's had a bit of a more game, but the ball went through his legs there, but Botman was there. Lovely work there from Botman as well. Tony looking to get Anthony Gordon a chance to grab a hat-trick in a Carabao Cup final. Off the bench. Anthony Gordon, lovely bit of skill. He's done it. This is Dwight Gale levels of super sub. If you remember back in the day, Dwight Gale on FIFA was an incredible super sub. He came off the bench and always scored you 1 or 2 goals when you needed him. And Anthony Gordon has done that for us here. Got himself a hat-trick inside extra time in like 20 or so minutes. Gets a little bit lucky there, but it's a good bit of hold-up play, just to hold up the defender there. And to get the finish away under pressure. It's a great bit of composure and a great sign that Anthony Gordon is a great player in the making for us. From Pope. I just sitting there hoping from range now. Ball over the top there, Gordon. Can he get himself a 4th goal? Anthony Gordon. It's going to be unselfish. Isak's onside. 7-2. And we're just going to insert a clip here real quickly. Insert Giorgio Chiellini saying, there we go, the history of the Tottenham inserted there. And what a performance from Anthony Gordon, man. I did not expect this off the bench. I would have had a penalty there for Isak didn't score, probably. Hopefully, anyway. I expect that to be a penalty. And Isak, though, good touch. Finds the finish and makes it 7-2 here. With 3 minutes to go, Spurs are well and truly out of this game. The man is about to go on to lift this trophy for us against his former team. Lucas took a save there from Pope, though. Pope's still denying them, even though we're well and truly won this game. He's still not letting them score. Jeremy Doku now. Can he grab himself a goal? He deserves one, to be fair. Spurs, this is why you don't win trophies. You just capitulate. You're not made for winning trophies. And sorry for any Spurs fans out there watching this game who have won 8-2. And I could say a really bad joke here. I'm going to say anyway, I'd hate to be a Spurs fan right now, because we just defeated them in a Carabao Cup final, 8-2, in convincing fashion. They've had like 4 or 5 shots in this game. We've had like, I don't know, nearly 30. We've absolutely demolished them. And Jeremy Doku gives himself a goal and an assist off the bench, and announces himself to Newcastle fans, similar to Anthony Gordon. And that should be the end of the game here. There we go. And we're going to be Carabao Cup champions here in season 1. We're all fighting for the Premier League title. I don't think we're going to win it this season, because Man United are the other team we're facing against, and they're a better team, I would imagine anyway. But as you see, Gordon with 3, Isak with 4, Doku with 1. Incredible goals were scored. I actually can't believe that. That performance is incredible. Like, I thought when Spurs got those 2 goals that they got, it was going to be a lot more like frustrating to play this game. But we just turned on the switch and just said, you know what, we want this trophy. Let's just win the game and put Spurs out of it. And Kieran Trippier sets up against his former team to lift the Carabao Cup trophy after demolishing them at 8-2. Obviously, he almost scored a goal himself at one point. And there we go, Kieran Trippier, the captain. A man who might not be in the first team next season with Trent Alexander-Arnold transfer rumours in the mist. And Kieran Trippier lifts the Carabao Cup, not the biggest trophy in world football, but it's a trophy nonetheless. And we don't want Newcastle couldn't do in real life. They obviously lost to Man United in the Carabao Cup final, but we beat Spurs and lift that trophy. Let's get into the rest of the episode. But you know what, I'm going to let you guys watch the title celebrations here for a little bit longer, because, well, it's nice to watch. Okay, we'll carry on the cup competitions that we're taking on QPR in the FA Cup round of 16, and it should be a fairly easy victory for the second team. Let's see what the result is going to be. It is a 2-1 victory with Trippier coming in and scoring a goal, I'm guessing from a free kick, and Callum Wilson also scoring a goal in that game, and we're through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, so we could win that trophy this season as well. Okay, we're going to sim this game up against Leicester here, and we have a game in hand on Man United, so if we win this game, we will go clear at the top of the table by 3 points at sim it here, and hope to get a victory against 9th place Leicester. We pick up a 3-0 victory with Matt Targett grabbing a goal, Kieran Tierney and Joe Willett scoring 2 left-backs grabbing goals, and Joe Willett getting the other. Okay, for this game up against Newcastle here in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, so we're going to sim this with the second team, and should get a victory up against Burnley. We pick up a 2-0 victory, Fabian Schier and Callum Wilson grabbing the goals, and we're through to the semi-finals. Okay, well, for this game up against Crystal Palace, we're going to play the highlights of this one with the second team because a certain Frenchman has made his return from injury, so we're going to put him on the bench if we can play him in this game. We're going to try to, and I actually want to give him a Medina chance in the team other than Longstaff, and Doku can play down the wing as well. We're going to get into this one up against them. Do we start Dan Burn? Yeah, you know, we're going to give Dan Burn a shot. We've not used him in this career mode before, and yeah, that's all the changes we're going to make to the team. We're going to play the highlights as I mentioned up against 11th place Crystal Palace. We've got a game in hand on Man United. We're top of the table with 60, well, we're 3 points ahead of them at 60-something points. We're 3 points ahead of them. Let's get into this one against Crystal Palace. At least he returns against his former team. And Zaha, a player that I actually just tried to buy instead of Aiden Hazard, but Crystal Palace, wouldn't let him move. It was unavailable to purchase, so we went with Aiden Hazard instead. We're going to get into this one and see if Alan St-Maximin's is able to return from injury, and see if he can beat Crystal Palace here to extend their lead at the top of the table. Okay, Elise is returned to Selhurst Park. How's it going to go? We've got a chance at Callum Wilson up against a Crystal Palace defender. Callum Wilson looking to go around him. Callum Wilson doesn't really have the pace. Back here to Jeremy. Doku hits it from range, but it's saved by Guaita. It's a goalkeeper that you just struggle against in FIFA for whatever reason. We get a attack here in the 52nd. Not many chances going in this game. Now Callum Wilson. Forward here to Jeremy Doku. Doku, lovely bit of skill there. Anyone inside, can he find a finish at the end of it? The Belgian makes it 1-0. Love to see it. We've got two incredible Belgian talents, both at either ends of their career. Obviously, Eden Hazard coming to the end of his at one end, and Jeremy Doku coming to the start, well, beginning his career here at Newcastle, and beginning the start of his career, and what am I trying to say here? Not sure what I'm trying to say. The explosion of his career in a way. You know what I mean? He's trying to make a name for himself. Anthony Gordon. Speaking of making a name for himself, I couldn't get through to him there. And Crystal Palace have not had a chance in this game. 11th in the lead, they're not a bad team. Quentin Timber looking to find, I believe that's Enrique in the centre there being brought on. Elise return to Crystal Palace is going to go the way we wanted it to, obviously winning the game. Not the way Crystal Palace fans wanted it to go. And it's a 1-0 win up against Crystal Palace. Things good to see. Okay, we're up against the bottom of the table Fulham. Here we're going to submit with the second team. We are 6 points clear of Liverpool and Man United. The other two teams fighting for the title against us. I think it works out. It's a 1-0 win. Anthony Gordon gets another goal for himself this season. So the great breakout campaign. That's what I was looking for earlier to describe Anthony Gordon's season and Doku's season breakout campaign. And we'll pick up a 1-0 win up against a pretty decent Fulham side, even at the bottom of the table. They also have a decent team. Okay, now up against West Ham, we're going to send this one with the first team up against 8th placed West Ham. 8th placed are a decent team, but with the form we're in, I feel like we should need to get a victory here up against them, at least a draw to remain at the top. And we get a draw, okay, we'll take that. Hayden Hazard actually could have got 2 goals. He missed a penalty. Not sure why he's on penalties, to be fair. I believe it is Alexander Isak on penalties. But Hazard scores a goal, and Skamaka at half time gets him an equaliser. And we drop 2 points here, but you know what, we've had a pretty good season, and we're still going to be clear at the top of the table by, I believe, 4 or 5 points. Okay, up against Nottingham Forest, so we're actually going to survive relegation. We're going to send this one. I can see St-Maximin is going to return from action. He's actually finally fully fit to play games, so he's going to make his return here at the City Ground up against Forest. And we're going to send this one here, and we're going to pick up a 2-1 win with Callum Wilson and Elise scoring the goals. Okay, well, after this sim game up against Southampton, we've got a game against Chelsea. We're going to play a sim here up against Southampton. I believe like 18th or 17th in the league, something like that. We'll pick up a 2-1 victory with Callum Wilson and Elise scoring another goal. Okay, well, as you can see, before we get into this game against Chelsea, we're currently 4th in the Premier League. We have 6 points ahead on Man United, as you can see there. So a win here up against them. We've got a game in hand as well. So if we win this game, we go clear. As you can see, United have picked up quite a few losses recently, which is why we've managed to push for the top of the table. And the fact that our goal difference and our just goal record have been in similar level on defensive record with them. We've tightened up defensively in the past 2 months, so it's great to see. And up against Chelsea, they're playing Mason Mount in the team for this time round, a player that we are currently linked with in Season 2 to take the position of Joe Willock in the team. And Adam St-Maximin is going to start. He's got a -2 and Eden Hazard's been playing well, so we're going to actually start Eden Hazard. Because what he deserves to start, he's been playing absolutely incredible for us. And yeah, we're going to get into this game up against Chelsea and hopefully get a win here to grab a few points at the top of the table again and go into good form going into the West Ham game in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Hazard. Oh, just needed to make that run a little bit quicker. It's actually hoping Isak would make a run. Okay, and Trippier fresh off the left in the Carabao Cup trophy, obviously, a few weeks ago. And we're on now. And we're on. Looking for Addison to Isak, that's 1-0. Honestly, if we win the title in season 1, I'm honestly not surprised. We've done at Manchester City. Do you know what Man City like? In the final three months of the season, they just turn on that like switch where they just win every game. They're unstoppable. That's what we've done in this career mode. The final like 3 or 4 months of this career mode in this episode, we've absolutely demolished teams and just proven why we are here to stay. And honestly, the fact Man City are a team that are down in like 5th in the league, if they were playing good football and were at our level, I think they would beat us to the title. I'm not sure why they're down in like 5th when they got likes of Erling Haaland, De Bruyne, etc. But Man United are a team that are fighting for the title against us, and we are, depending on the results elsewhere, going to go clear with 6 points. Liverpool won their game, so they will go behind us a little bit more. Raheem Sterling, good challenge from Botman there. Oh, that was literally meant for Joelinton. Not Joelinton, Bruno Guimaraes, sorry. Kane Tierney. Ziyech. Shot there. Mason Mount scores. Similar to the Spurs game, they've done nothing to deserve a goal, but they've got one. It's a great strike from Mason Mount. I thought we had it here. Not sure how we didn't get the ball there, and it's poor. Guimaraes now. Joelinton sets it and rifles it over the bar. He scored one last episode. We've completely dominated them. They've had 2 shots on target and 1 goal. We've had 5 and 1 goal. Amaron, not sure how he fell over there, but Trippier, okay. Good challenge there. Joe Willock now. Out here to Amaron. Oh, lovely bit of footwork there. Amaron now, shot from range. Amaron, that's a great finish. Miguel Amaron, the hero for Newcastle at times in real life, has just put us back in the lead here with an incredible long range effort. I thought, I'm just going to hit it with him and hope, and the hope paid off. Because I was thinking, what, if he misses this, we might bring on Doku for his pace and for the final 30 minutes of this game. But Amaron, with an incredible strike there, nothing Mendy can do about that. And it's now 2-1.
Just to point you in the right direction, we have more live action from the Premier League coming up here on EA TV.
Over the top here.
Chelsea facing Nottingham Forest.
To Reece James. Pope. Okay, what just happened? What just happened there? I didn't tell Pope to come out there. I really didn't tell him to come out. The only thing I can describe that is the fact the game wanted to score a goal, so the game scored a goal. You know what I mean? The AI wanted to score, so this happened. He didn't. Botman, okay, how have you not won the ball there? This game's slipping out of our hands. We've completely controlled this game, but in the way FIFA goes, it can slip away from us. Unless, Saint-Maximin, good touch. Saint-Maximin on his return to St James's Park. That's what we needed, and you'd love to see it. Aaron Saint-Maximin had been out for 2 months after that awful challenge from Eric Dyer that he didn't get sent off for. He didn't even get booked for, I believe, when he ended up being a throw-in. It wasn't even a foul, apparently. He literally dove 2 foot in and scissor tackled Aaron Saint-Maximin and injured him. But Saint-Maximin, after 2 months, returns to St James's Park and scores to make it 3-2 here. And what a return it's been. You can hear what it means to the fans. How did I cut to the... Should I just run at Thiago Silva? To be fair, I didn't think it was Thiago Silva at first. It was a midfielder that dropped deep, but it wasn't. Saint-Maximin wins the ball back off Reece James. Joe Willock. Forward here to Alexander Isak. Can he grab himself a goal? Alexander Isak to make it 4-2. There we go. 10 minutes after the game. We're 4-2 up. And we're going to bring on Medina for a little bit, just to give him a little bit of run out, because he's not had the most limelight shined at him. It's been more of Timber. That's got the chances in the second team. But as we saw from the second team earlier in the episode, they can't play well. And it's a great bit of dribbling there from Alexander Isak. Past Koulibaly. It's an easy task to hold a Koulibaly, but Alexander Isak does it and makes it 4-2.
Well, he's been fantastic today. He's
Love
passed
that
it
though.
on purpose. He's always been available. And he's
Amron
worked
now.
hard to win the ball
Can you
back.
find Medina? Yes, he can. We've also brought in Enrique. Medina is getting himself a Premier League goal here. Medina, the young Argentinian centre mid, but denied by the Senegalese shot stopper. Kieran Trippier now. Switching up a free kick to routine a little bit to look for Enrique on the header. An interesting defending there from Chelsea. Medina wins the header. Almiron. Inigo Mares. And now Willock. That's a goal, surely. Enrique. Score. There you go. It's 5-2. Enrique. It's not the most flashiest of goals for the young Argentinian, but it's a goal nonetheless. He'll take it. He'll be happy with it. It was in the right position. Striker's instinct there. Off the parry from the keeper. A shot from Willock is saved. And then finished by Enrique. So I see that was Sterling. Ball over. Okay, what else? Mason Mount denied by Pope. 5 minutes added on, it's mental. That's the longest I think we've had. We've had 4 minutes before, but I don't think we've had 5 minutes. Good save there by Pope yet again, though. Gelfi looks completely crushed Kieran Tierney there. Not sure why Kieran Tierney is at the front post, but good head away there. Okay, Willock, good work. Willock, good run. Joe Willock. Potting it up. By Almiron, who's onside. Why not? Why not? 6-2. A man of the match, Almiron, got himself another goal. Makes it 6-2. And we're just showing off now to the rest of the teams in this league. I didn't expect us to be title challengers. I expected top 4, to be fair, maybe top 3. But finishing top of the table is not what I expected. But as I mentioned, in the final 3-4 months of the season, we've turned up and performed to the top of our capabilities. Obviously, without Champions League football that we're going to have next season, we can play our strongest 11 more often than we are going to be able to next season. But it's a 6-2 victory against Chelsea at home. And let's get into the rest of the episode and get into the FA Cup semi-finals against West Ham. Okay, so we are going to end the episode here, and as you can see, at the start of this episode, we're going to take on West Ham in the FA Cup semi-finals, and as you can see, Man City are making it through to the final, and Liverpool, the team that we beat, will face them in the next episode, as well as a title decider against Man United after games against Wolves and Leeds in the Premier League. And I believe if we win the games against Wolves and Leeds, we are guaranteed champions, depending on obviously Man United's results elsewhere. They could possibly still win it if we win our next 2 games. I don't think they can actually, but well, hopefully we should win the games against Wolves. The Wolves game is at home, the Leeds game is away, I believe. So we probably should win those games. As you can see, Wolves are down in 14th and Leeds are getting relegated down in 19th. So we should get 2 victories there. We also take on Liverpool next episode in a game that could actually also decide the title. Obviously, they're down in 3rd with 70 points, 12 points behind us. And what an episode this has been. We literally turned around our fortunes. We conceded barely any goals this episode, to be fair. We are now only conceded 39 goals. I mean, Man United haven't conceded since I last pointed it out. We scored 89 goals. What is it with my Kurumas? You can tell my attacking play in FIFA is a lot better than my defensive play, but my defensive play is still pretty good, to the fact that we can win a bunch of games. And next season, just going to run you through transfers. Obviously, we mentioned the signings of Mason Mount for the cam role. We've also talked about replacing Kieran Trippier with Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I've seen in the comments below you guys want to replace Botman with Eder Militao, which is a transfer I think I will make. And let me know what we should do with Botman. It's a great defender to keep. Obviously, having it on the bench would be great. But obviously, he's a player that's incredible quality because sell him. We don't really need the money though, because we're on Newcastle United. We're going to have a bunch of money to spend next season, so we could just make all the transfers we need to. But Dan Burn is also going to get replaced by Mickey van der Ven. We're going to bring him in from Wolfsburg. And what about Almiron? Because he's obviously played incredible this season. Going to show you the stats of the players. I wouldn't like to replace him next season. I think keeping him would be great for us. But in terms of like stats, as you can see, Alexander Isak incredible. Kellen Wilson doing pretty good in the second team. Almiron, just look at the stats, man. 29 years of age, 81 rated, incredible. Anthony Gordon doing well. Elise doing well. Obviously in the Premier League he's played. Not sure how many games he's played for us now. I wish it would tell us how many games he's played for us, but obviously it won't. And I think Maximin also returned some injury. This episode he did, and he's done quite well. Trippier that was incredible. Now we could convert Trippier to a centre mid in a way, and rotate him in a midfielder when we need him. But in a way, we've got too many midfielders. And I feel like keeping him as a backup right back possibly could be the best role for him. And keep him on the bench if we need him and play him in games where we need his like passing capabilities and free kick capabilities. But obviously also Trent Alexander-Arnold is capable of what Kieran Trippier is capable of doing. So going to be an interesting decision. I can see Hazard in 7 games has played quite well. Cavani is a transfer that's not really worked out for us. He's dropped down in level a lot quicker than I thought he was going to. So we're going to sell him next season or just release him, one of the two. But yeah, that's going to call it. And obviously next episode, as I mentioned, we're going to wrap up the season. We could be Premier League champions. We could be FA Cup champions. We could win the domestic treble in our first season as Newcastle manager. That's insane to think about. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know about the things I just talked about in the comments below. Transfers for next season and just other things in general. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching and goodbye.